Okay, third grade, it's time to read a close reading passage together. When we read a passage in close reading, that means that we're reading it closely. So we read it more than once. I've already read this text one time before I started this video. So a strong reader would then read it a second time to take notes. So the first time you read through it and you don't take notes unless you find something really important. And the second time, let's read it even closer and think about our thinking jobs more. So since I already read this text, I realized that there was characters and a problem, so I knew that this text was fiction. Okay, so this was a fiction or a made-up story. The author made up the story. So I wrote my thinking jobs at the top. I always do that to help remind myself of the things I need to think about as I'm reading. So as we are reading, we will be thinking about our C, characters, M, motivation. What do they want? What do these characters want? P for problem, S for solution, and L for lesson learned. These are the important parts of a story. So we want to make sure we're thinking about those as we go along. As I see something important that is part of one of these thinking jobs, I'm going to annotate or highlight my text here to help me best fill out my thinking jobs chart. So I am going to show you how to do that so that you can do it when you're doing your own assignment. I'll put myself up here. Okay, so let's read this text together. Remember, this is my second time reading it. When you get your assignment, you'll read it how many times? Yep, 2 times. All right. Playing catch. Kate and her brother like to play catch. Okay, I already saw some characters and I learned a little bit about them. Kate and Jake. And I'm going to highlight the whole thing because it's important that these characters like to play catch. So I'm going to highlight it in red so that I remember to put it in my chart. They play with softballs, footballs, and tennis balls. They toss the balls back and forth in the yard all the time. Sometimes they go to the park to have more space for throwing the balls farther. When it is raining out, they play catch in the basement. They use a tennis ball because it bounces off the basement walls. Jake is going to soccer camp for a week this summer. Have I ran into a problem yet? Not quite yet. Kate is sad because she won't have anyone to play catch with while he is gone. Okay, that seems to be the problem, right? Because it says, and a key word is that she says she's sad. Anytime someone is sad or in a story, usually the problem is around there. So I'm going to highlight this yellow for my problem. Kate is sad because she won't have anyone to play catch with while he is gone. The week before Jake leaves, they go to the park together. There is a girl tossing a ball in the air by herself. Kate and Jake invite her to play with them. Her name is Brooke. Kate is happy now that she has a new friend to play catch with while her brother is at camp. I see a key word that makes me think I found the solution. The solution is oftentimes at the end, right? So the problem gets solved because Kate is now happy that she has a new friend to play with. So I'm going to pick up that highlighter button. It's right next to the A here on Google Docs. And I'm going to click it. And since my solution, I made it green, I'm going to highlight that green because that is my solution. Okay, now I am done annotating my text. Now remember, that's the second time I read it, so I kind of already knew what some of my thinking jobs were, but I wanted to wait till my second time that I read it to annotate. So now I'm going here to my thinking jobs chart. Now I've got to fill this out, but in my own words. I don't want to copy it from the text. So let's start here. Characters. Who are the characters in the story and what are they like? Let me go back to my red highlighted part. Okay. Kate and her brother Jake like to play catch. Okay, so my characters are Kate and Jake. Kate and their brother and sister, so I want to make sure I say that, are siblings who like to play catch. Okay? That was the most important thing about my characters. I don't really need to include any other details. Okay, next we have motivation. Okay, what does the character want? Well, it didn't really explicitly say it in the text, right? It doesn't tell me the character's motivation is, or Jake's motivation is to play catch. It didn't say that. So I have to think about it on my own. I usually like to, when I'm thinking about my motivation, I like to actually go to my problem first sometimes because it makes it easier. What is the problem in the story? What's the problem? I have it highlighted in yellow. That Kate is sad because she won't have anyone to play catch with while he is gone. Okay? So I don't want to copy that exactly, but I want to say that in my own words. So I'm going to say that Kate is sad because she won't have anyone to play catch with when her brother is at camp. Okay. Now, once I've found the problem and I've said it in my own words, sometimes I go back to my motivation now. It might be a little easier. So if Kate is sad because she won't have anyone to play catch with when her brother's at camp, what does she want? Or what do they want? What would make her happy? Well, I know she likes to play catch and she wants someone to play with, so Kate wants someone to play catch with her when her brother Jake is gone. Or instead of gone, is at camp, because I want to be more specific. Okay, so I have my characters, my motivation, and my problem. Now it's time for my solution. How does the problem get solved? Does Kate get what she wants? Let's see, I already annotated up there, so I can just reread that and then put it in my own words. Kate is happy now that she has a new friend to play catch with while her brother is at camp. Okay. Yay, her problem gets solved. Kate meets a new friend. Her name is Brooke. I want to include that. Brooke, who she can play catch with while her brother is gone. Okay, awesome. Now that I've said, put all of my thinking jobs into their correct spot in my own words, this is when I like to go back and think about what my lesson learned is. So a lesson learned is something that the reader, like me or you, could take away from this and apply it in our own life. So for example, if I wanted to play with, if this happened to me in my life, like I wanted to play with my brother, but he was gone somewhere and he was going to camp, what could I do? What could I learn to do in my own life from what Kate and Jake did? What do you think? How about this? When I have a problem that makes me sad, because I remember it said she was sad in the passage, I can find a way to make myself happy. I can find a solution. How about that? I can find a solution that will make me happy, Maybe instead of moping around. Yes, I can learn from Kate and Jake that they, instead of being all sad like, oh man, my brother is going to camp and I'm gonna have no one to play with. Instead of doing that, Kate was like, oh look, there's a girl over there. Maybe she'll play with me. She found a solution that made her happy. So that's the lesson I can learn and you can learn if something like that happened in our lives. Okay, all of my slots are filled up.